So in a Zoom meeting, you can't see the host's controls, so I'm recording this ahead of time, that the breakout rooms are only available to the host. Co-hosts can do a lot of things, but the breakout rooms are only available to the host. When you open the breakout rooms, you have choices to create. I see I already had created. So this is what you get when you first open the breakout rooms. It asks how many you want and whether you want to assign automatically, which means a random assignment. Zoom just puts the same number of people in every room, choosing randomly, or assign manually, where you will have your list of people and move each one into that room. Or let participants choose a room. You can create rooms, you can have just numbers or names, and let the participants choose the one that they want. So let me show you how each of those works. If you choose Assign Automatically, and let's say 3 rooms, and recreate, or it will put people in the rooms in even numbers. I only have 3 participants other than me in this room at the moment, so that's what you get. I can add a room if I have more people come in, and then I can assign people as they arrive. I can rename these rooms. So this one will, with Amelia, will be the flight room, and the one with Mickey Mouse in it. Notice how to get that rename, I have to pull off of it and pull back on. Just takes a little tweaking. So this will be Downtown Disney. And this room will be called the North Pole. So I have those rooms, and I have put those people in it. Once I open the rooms, those people will get invitations to join those rooms. Let's look at your options. You do need to set these options before you open the rooms. So allow participants to choose a room. If that is not checked, people can't do that. Allow participants to return to the main session at any time. That lets them leave the rooms. They're not stuck there. Automatically move all assigned participants into breakout rooms means they don't have to click on anything. When you create the room, they just go there. Breakout rooms close automatically after 30 minutes. You can put people into breakout rooms and leave, and their rooms will close after a period of time. Countdown after closing the breakout room, that's when you say close the rooms, how long do people have to finish their conversation? 30 seconds is a good amount. 60 seconds is okay. 30 seconds is good. That gives people time to finish their sentence and know that they're going to be sent back to the main room. Now I can recreate these and go to Assign Manually. If I assign manually, we have these rooms, but there's no one in them. I go to Assign, and I need to put people in this particular rooms. You will see who's not assigned. When you click on Assign, you will see the names of any people who are not yet assigned to a room. And you'll always see how many people are in each room and who those people are. Let's say I don't want these two people together. I can move this person before opening the rooms. They don't know this, they don't see this. I can move this person down to that room. Okay, that looks better. And then I open the rooms. Until I click open, the participants see nothing. I can add a room and I can start over. If I go to let participants choose a room, then I do want to rename these, as we often do now in the coffee hour. We'll have different things that people want to talk about, and then they can choose their topic of conversation based on the title of that room. So then people can see, once you open the rooms, you're not assigning anybody to the rooms. You open the rooms and they can choose which one they want to go into themselves. You also can assign them. Once you actually open the rooms, then I can assign, and they can choose themselves. On a phone, they will see the breakout room square in the top left, where they can choose which one they want to go to, as Mickey just did. So Mickey just joined that room. I can assign people to these rooms, but they have to agree to the joining. Notice that I cannot add a room when they're open. I can't add a room once the rooms are open. If I have several sessions, once I close those rooms, the breakout rooms will close in 27 seconds, 30 seconds. And once I close the rooms, then I can recreate them. So I can have one session that is a random distribution and another session that is their choice. Once people are in those rooms, if a new person joins, which often happens if somebody loses connection and comes back, I can then reassign them. Even if I'm in another room, I will get a notification that that person rejoined, which I will show you in a moment. And during the meeting, in the middle of the meeting, without closing the rooms, I still can move somebody to a different room. And Mickey did not need to do anything. That just automatically happened. When I moved Mickey from the prayer room to the gardening room, he automatically moved there. Now I, as the host, can then go visit any of these rooms. So if I want to join them and see how that conversation is going, I can join that room. And I can join that conversation. You see the breakout rooms here. It will tell me that I have an unassigned participant. So even if I am in one of the breakout rooms, I still see that a new person came, and I can assign that person to a room without having to leave this room to do that. This little window, I can close this window. It does not close the rooms unless I click Close Rooms, which I also can do when I am in a room. I still can do that. I also can broadcast a message from within a room or from the main room. Say I go back to the main room. If I say leave room here, leave breakout room. I don't want to leave the meeting, and I don't want to end the meeting for everybody. I want to just leave this breakout room and go back to the main room. So here I am back in the main room with Santa Claus, who has not yet been assigned. And I can chat with Santa Claus. I can have a conversation here in the main room. I can choose to not assign people and keep them here in the main room. And if somebody comes into the main room who I want to assign somewhere, I can then assign them. Oh, it looks like Santa Claus has been assigned, just did not accept it. Okay, so Santa Claus is now accepting the assignment. And so I'm the only one here in the main room. But Santa Claus can then choose to leave that room and come back to the main room at any time. They can always leave the room to come back to the main room, or they can also leave the meeting. So now Santa Claus is back here in the main room, still assigned to that room, but chose not to join it, which is totally fine. If I broadcast a message, let me go into the room, and so I go to join that room, and it tells me which room I'm joining. So because it's easy to miss the wrong join there, it shows me which one I'm joining. If I broadcast a message, you can do this from the main room, but you won't see it in the main room. And so we say, new topic, discuss paint colors. And I broadcast that. And it does not show up on my screen. Sorry, it shows up on all of the participants' screens, but not on my screen. That shows up as banner at the top. So often what I will do is broadcast a message when we have just a few minutes. Rooms will close in 3 minutes. Make sure everyone has shared. And I can broadcast that to all of the rooms. If someone in a room wants help, they can ask me for help from that room. Now I've changed roles. I've made Santa Claus the host, so Montclair Presbyterian, who is no longer the host. From this perspective, you can see what happens from the non-host position. So when I get assigned to a room, I now get a notification that I am being invited to join a room. And I can join it now. If I don't do it, I can do it later because the breakout rooms are available down here. Let's say if I say later and I see these breakout rooms here on a phone or iPad again, it's up in the corner. And this says that I have been assigned and I can join it. So even if I don't do it right away, I can always do that later. And once I join that room, I'm now in this room with, get Amelia and Mickey in there with me. There we have Amelia and Mickey joining with me. And so we are in this room. At the top of the screen, it does say the name of the room that we're in. It gives information of what Zoom room we're in. We're in the MPC Sky room. but we're in the gardening breakout room, and I can ask for help. If I need the host to come visit, I click Ask for Help, and I say Invite Host. The host gets a notification that I am needed in the gardening room. The message for the host is Montclair Presbyterian in Gardening has asked for help, and the host has a join button. I also, when I'm here as not the host, I will see any messages that are broadcast. What did you have for breakfast? Santa Claus is the host, and Santa Claus just broadcast to everyone, what did you have for breakfast? And that shows up there at the top. As a participant, I can always leave the room, and I have the choice to leave just the room back to the main room or to leave the meeting. You don't have to go back to the main room first. So if I leave the breakout room, I'll be back with the host, who is now Santa Claus.